FakeTV Box was produced at iKwame.com Studios on 114th Road Studios, New York. Production is made possible by Adobe, providing limitless creativity for all. The innovative world of Apple, always think different, but not too different, and by the people of this and other YouTube channels. And with the support from Brooklyn College, who reminds CUNY students that there's nothing without great effort. Hi there, KlicKNettars. Welcome to FakeTV Box with Kwame Alexander, the show that takes a huge spin on any news out there. Some things we don't often talk about on the show are things like this guy, former President of the United States, Donald Trump, or as we like to call him, Orange Thanos. Right now, he's wanting to be president again by entering the 2024 Republican primary race, but in the month of June, he was indicted for the second time in his life. We don't need to get into the first time he was indicted, since we're talking about something much more dire. I believe that the second indictment is way more important, like how movie sequels surpass their originals. The federal prosecution of Donald Trump is sort of like a movie with different layers added. Well, the way I say that, it sounds more like a layered cake that you don't want to eat.
We begin tonight with a historic moment in our nation's 247 years. A federal indictment revealing extraordinary and grave criminal counts facing Donald Trump and the charges that his actions have endangered U.S. national security. This is it right here, the 49-page indictment. It was unsealed today for everyone who wants to read it, and it is breathtaking in its scope and devastating in its detail. There are 37 counts against Donald Trump, including the voluminous evidence prosecutors have unearthed in an investigation that lasted more than a year. We are also seeing for the first time photos of boxes containing America's most sensitive secrets scattered across Mar-a-Lago. One picture shows documents spilled onto the floor.
After the grand jury indicted Trump with 37 felony counts related to the allegations of mishandled classified documents, it was just before the end of June when audio recordings of him were revealed on CNN. Now, I'm not really sure if we're even allowed to play this on our show, but with all the late night shows in the dark and no one in the writer's room, I guess it's up to me to bring the funny out of this shit show.
These are bad, sick people.
That was your coup, you know, against you.
Well, it started right at the beginning.
Like when Millie's talking about, oh, you were going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Wow. We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know. Mm-hmm. Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time, you know.
she'd send it,
email.
no, she'd send it to Anthony Weiner, the pervert.
Please print.
By the way, isn't that incredible? Though?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it. And you know, he said he wanted to attack Iran and what? These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can Probably, right?
I don't know, we'll have to see, yeah, we'll have to try to
Declassified.
figure out
See,
yeah.
as president, I could have declassified
Yeah.
it, now I can't, but this is
Yeah,
classified.
now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so, we here and I have, and you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
Okay, now that we've heard it, it's time to give my quick analysis about how stupid this man is. Could he be any more stupid than this? You know, there are rumors saying that Trump might have leaked the audio himself. If so, then let me ask you something, Donald. What does that get you? I think you're trying to get caught on purpose, but in your mind, the DOJ won't convict you because you think that the DOJ does not convict former presidents. The media says that this bombshell of him being on audio and more than likely holding up military documents about Iran has the potential to turn the tide for Jack Smith, special counsel for the DOJ. He was appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland on November 8th, 2022 to oversee the criminal investigations against Orange Vanos. Fun fact, Jack Smith was an attorney for the Middle District of Tennessee under former President Trump. How the heck do you go from working for a GOP White House to working for a Democratic White House? Here's something from MSNBC about just how damaging the elements and evidence are in the case of US v. Trump, and how his so-called winning strategy is actually a losing one.
Now, Jack Smith is using that tape as criminal evidence, and here's how that works. We can show you tonight the basic elements of the crime is across these 3 rows, and the FBI, we know, found the illegal material in the Mar-a-Lago search. Tonight, what's new and what the jury would hear is a tape which has the audio of the criminal intent, Trump admitting he has highly confidential secret information. You have the underlying evidence, you have him saying that, and then the next part shows Trump's knowledge at the time that he could have declassified it, but now he can't.
So the main elements to this case are national security, did the defendant know, and did the defendant willfully do it? Then you got the evidence showing that the FBI found the classified material on site, Trump saying on tape that it's highly confidential, this is secret information, and then went on and said, as president, I could have declassified it, but now I can't. Basically, Trump is admitting that this conduct is barred from the Espionage Act, and he still did it anyway. Once again, could he be any more stupid? Something comes to my mind about this case is the assault case against Marvel King star Jonathan Majors. Majors was arrested back in March for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, but new evidence in the case that this never happened. What's crazy is that the trial against Jonathan Majors is not till later this summer, just like Trump's. And what's crazier is that Majors looks innocent, while Trump is looking very, 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 guilty. But as they say, it's up to the judge and the court to decide what happens next. There's no doubt that this audio recording will be added to the federal prosecution. Of course, Trump already pleaded not guilty for mishandling classified documents. The discussion of whether this will lead to an indictment from New Jersey and if it will be enough to convict him is ongoing. Deep down, I'm mostly disappointed that they can't ban him from running for office completely. Trump is still way ahead in the polls of the 2024 Republican race, and if he does get the nomination from the GOP, it might be up to Americans to do what they did back in 2020 and do it themselves by voting to ban him for life. That's our show. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and share everything here on KlicKNet. Give your support by hitting the subscribe button down below. Also, follow us on social media through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you next time on FakeTV Box with Kwame Alexander.